Dragon Dreams, Book 2, Gaining Ground, written by Gina Virginia Casella. Story, Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. Unmade and Remade. The Master Librarian is well informed of the Salem witch trials and concurs that it is a chilling tale. He shares my perspective on the importance of acknowledging the truth and the fear that arises from the unknown. Consider if it were titled The E.T. Trials or The Angel Trials. The Master Librarian has already recognized this correlation, and it is currently unfolding. This is where my role comes into play, aiding in connecting the dots and facilitating the disclosure of truth. Angel or ET? You tell us. We don't care. We just work with your beliefs. Emotional intelligence is being targeted by AI, which aims to eliminate street-smart ways of knowing and promote systems that make us reliant on reminders. Our 3D world and physical bodies are essential for us to experience emotions, as our souls are connected to the land we inhabit. Our human bodies are made up of stardust, which in turn is composed of countless souls. These souls represent different archetypes within us, and the master soul being our core personality. Our higher selves are like different versions of our souls, existing in a realm beyond our physical bodies. Amanda and I are back in the Master Library. The Master Librarian places more books on Amanda's head, causing me to smile. It's like having two funny uncles bringing light and humor to the situation. Amanda amusingly struggles to balance the books. I notice his attempt to make me smile. Amanda is having a moment where he is not listening to the Master Librarian's deep words, rather focused on making me smile. Upon noticing, the Master Librarian playfully acts annoyed, clapping the book in his hands closed, then adding it to the pile of books on Amanda's head. This makes me laugh. I'm relieved that I only have one book to read, unlike Amanda, who has a lot. I find it endearing how the Master Librarian and Amanda try to make me laugh, knowing that I need this kind of humor due to my human nature. The only scene seems like it's about to change, so I need to stay calm and focused in this 3D dream world. The Master Librarian Amanda will reveal their true forms to me someday. For now, it's important to keep things concrete in order to communicate effectively with humans. I'm reassured that I'm supported, heard, and evolved as a life between life facilitator and advocate. There's a fine line between mocking human intelligence and working with human intelligence, moreover, knowing the human developmental levels and honoring them. The Master Librarian is like an expert on humans because he was a human lots of times over. He is an ancient soul and highly evolved. One at that. He's taken on all kinds of forms, but this role is his full-time job, if you will, and a large part of it is top secret. Somehow, I'm part of this top secret group, like a union that advocates for better change. Amanda is so ancient that he is closer to being categorized as primordial. I am a primordial soul that has turned to evil. I have recollected my true identity and realized that the environment surrounding me is tainted by poison forcing me to make choices between two evils. Evil causes evil, and the corrupt system fosters dishonesty. Once the memory is triggered, it is akin to full disclosure, impossible to forget, leading to the permanent transformation. I underwent a process of being unmade and remade. While energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can be stored. Therefore, unmaking is equivalent to storing energy, which is safeguarded within various forms and formless entities. Eventually, the soul will be neutralized. I was determined to undergo neutralization through the unmaking process, a feat never attempted before. There are numerous discussions revolving around the concept of dismantling souls in order to neutralize or conceal them for protection. This subject is highly debated and instills fear due to the ethical implications and the fear of the unknown. Both Amanda and I find ourselves at a loss, just like the Grim Reaper. Surprisingly, I am the first to experience this process, and I am content with it. Everything exists in the now, so it's like I'm reading this, dreaming this, remembering this, yet inventing this all simultaneously. I become unmade. I think I'm reading and remembering about it with Amanda and the master librarian. As I am unmade, each cell and fragment of my energy that constitutes my being begins to disintegrate and disperse, assimilating into the three-dimensional environment. I perceive this decomposition as a comforting, serene sensation akin to the tranquility one feels while unwinding on a vacation, sipping a drink by the beach. It is an overwhelming experience that brings tears to my eyes, not from my own face, but from the sky all around me. As I look at the mud beneath me, I realize that I am now intertwined with nature. Despite the confusion, I find happiness and contentment in this second chance, appreciating the healing and restoring benefits that come with it. As I cry, it rains a warm spring rain. Feeling is phenomenal as I am dehydrated soil, and my very tears of joy fall from the sky to hydrate me, restoring me. Reflecting on my past, I remember my true self and the joy I once had. However, the realization of the injustices I have been a part of brings me to tears once again. I am disgusted with myself for actively participating in crimes against humanity, becoming everything I despise in the pursuit of justice. This journey has taught me that mental illness breeds mental illness. Out of the blue, trees and flowers gather closely around me, providing shelter from the rain, as if they sense my need for protection from my melancholic thoughts. The elemental beings convey to me that I have become one of them, intertwined in their existence, united as a whole. They offer reassurance, affirming their understanding of my energy and its alignment with my emotions. Moreover, they concur that no soul is inherently wicked or manufactured, emphasizing the importance of evaluating frameworks rather than passing judgment on the soul itself. The rain has ceased, symbolizing the end of my thoughts being clouded. The forest envelopes me with its lush canopy, as if embracing me tightly. A rabbit hops around, enjoying the sun and occasionally nibbling on things, including me. Surprisingly, I find pleasure in this interaction as it signifies my integration and connection with nature. The elementals surrounding me laugh, reminding me that part of my integration is to be there for animals and humans who need to relieve themselves. As I process this thought, I notice the rabbit who nibbled on me has left some of its feces behind. The elementals and I have a good hearty laugh. Ironically, these feces are a gift from the rabbit, part of our reciprocal relationship to sustain each other. The elementals settle ourselves, and we thank the rabbit for stopping by. I notice the rabbit has some pollen on its fur, and we thank it even more for spreading our seeds, our dreams, and our keys. Land and life cycles play a crucial role in the 3D reality world, and they are the foundation of all nutrients and benefits. Moreover, the 3D world offers the perfect environment for souls to either exist in their natural state or inhabit bodies. I have come to realize that even in cases of evil, souls can be neutralized before reaching a harmful stage. It seems that Murphy's Law, which includes the concept of a slippery slope, applies to the spirit world as well. Maintenance and alchemy are inevitable aspects of our existence as intelligent beings with consciousness. Alchemy is like our way of breathing and evolving consciously. I learn a lot from the elementals. Then one day it's like God visits me and we talk about this business of unmaking souls, and I love it. I've been neutralized and completely restored back to my original blueprint, yet simultaneously, I have kept all my high quality items within me, which have all been amplified. I am torn between desire to return to the human form and my realization of the negative aspects associated with it. Despite my conflicting feelings, I also have a yearning for different roles, but I struggle with the existing framework. In order to bring about change, the framework must be altered, which entails a shift in the biology of belief. I find solace in my current state with the elementals, and I am grateful that God respects my decision to remain as I am. The elementals are perplexed by my refusal of the opportunity to be reborn, a moment I have long awaited. As an elemental, I find peace in the fact that being consumed or defecated on by a rabbit is not considered evil. I am determined to distance myself from anything associated with evil, even if it means maintaining my current state. I believe that souls are being manipulated and coerced into taking on forms against their will, even in spirit form, making them vulnerable. This is a crucial aspect that I recall and cannot overlook. If we want something to go away, we must stop feeding it. So I no longer feed it, as in that part of me that once was ill-mannered, which is now severed. I grieve my former self and feel compassion for my former self. It feels like I'm an elder looking back on challenging times in early childhood, which I had no control over. I give thanks and praise to my former self, including the evil former me, because if it wasn't for all of those past selves, I simply wouldn't be the person I am today. And I like me. I really like me. I am thanklessly thankful for this second chance to be unmade. However, at this time, I would like to stay unmade, embedded with the elementals. The elementals have enlightened me about the importance of empowerment and have motivated me to assert my needs. They acknowledge their hopefulness for my return to be remade by assisting individuals equates to aiding both the elementals and our three-dimensional world. The elementals provide me with reassurance that I possess the ability to transform into any elemental form. Whether it be a plant, animal, or even rain, I can be the sun, wind, or anything, or even no thing. They assure me that I will always find solace within the plants and trees, which I consider my true home, as do they. However, the safety of my home, plants and trees, is currently at stake. If my demands can be met, I am willing to undergo a transformation and find contentment in being remade. I do not really have any demands other than to investigate the life between lives, to have protection, support, and community, and to work as a hypnotherapist living my happiest days with my husband in my waking life. Given that I have not undergone any transformation to be remade yet, and God has left without me, spirits have dwindled, and a fervent discussion has arisen regarding my whereabouts and the fate of my soul's energy. There's apprehension that God may have not been able to recreate me, and furthermore, concerns have been raised about the potential of my energy and how volatile it is, as it cannot be created nor annihilated. Consequently, numerous rumors are circulating, speculating that I exist elsewhere, and there is a prevailing worry that I could potentially face destruction similar to a catastrophic atomic bomb. Since I'm in the elemental state, I do not exist anywhere. It dawns on me that my energy is being protected by the elements. I am everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Typically, those who are tuned to detecting energy signatures are advocating that they cannot detect me. What is interesting is that those who are advocating insist that I should be able to be detected with ease, and I am not detected at all. I am completely undetectable. For those who are attuned, the attuned advocates, they insist that this is a concern. This is a first. And it raises great concern about what happened to me. Moreover, it raises a lot of dis-ease about our atonement, trust, and understanding in the role of God. If such an experience could occur to me, it can happen to anyone. The detonation of a single atomic bomb can lead to unforeseen consequences. This situation has brought up a complex issue. Can a soul make the choice to commit suicide? Will malevolent forces target souls? Instead of being destroyed, why not consider the concept of selling one's soul? There are numerous layers to this idea. My spirit guide, Amanda, cannot even detect me, nor can the Grim Reaper. Amanda no longer wishes to fulfill his role, and even the Grim Reaper is reluctant to carry out his duties. This has caused a significant disturbance, as the truth can be painful to accept. Once the truth is revealed, it cannot be ignored, and one's life is forever altered. Initially, it was a cool feeling that no one could detect me but the elementals. Not knowing the reality that Amanda cannot even detect me suddenly makes me feel diseased. To clarify, I'm not dead. I'm unmade. Yet I feel dis-ease about Amanda and the Grim Reaper not fulfilling their roles or being able to detect me. I wonder if God can detect me. Maybe it was the elementals who led him to me. Amanda and the Grim Reaper appear alongside God, who informs me that it is time for me to be remade. This means he will gather my scattered, now neutralized energy and reanimate my soul into a unified whole once again. I have always existed and never ceased to exist, for whatever that may be worth. It is like being a big, beautiful birthday cake, where the eggs, the flour, and all the other ingredients that make me up are restored to their original forms. However, I'm not just the flour and the egg. I am also the chick that hatches from the egg and the wheat that comes from the flour. I am the wheat that the flour comes from. I am the chick that hatches the egg. I am everything. If one truly desires to turn back the hands of time, I am the earth, the air, the fire, and the water from which the chick and the wheat originate. Furthermore, if one wishes to rewind time even further, I am God's source energy from which the elements themselves come. Therefore, when one is unmade, they return in full with God's source energy. When they can commune with the elementals in a beautiful garden, simply existing in a state of being. This garden can be envisioned as plants and trees, stars and moons, or even water, tides, and caves. I inform God that I have decided not to undergo a transformation unless certain conditions are fulfilled. God provides insight. Amanda, my spirit guide, is an extraordinary individual and one of the most remarkable beings. The Grim Reaper is like my best friend who knows me, and we will now officially serve on the committee of the ones who listen, and we help souls communicate and advocate about incarnation and reincarnation while clarifying what they're signing up for. We're also there to help folks review their life and make any edits to their Akashic record. My role is to highlight all the positive stuff and to help people identify false beliefs like they're evil. The souls choose their own tools for healing and restoration, reflection. Sometimes there's so much pain, the topic of unmaking souls comes up. At times, souls just need a break, and limbo doesn't provide them with the same benefits of being unmade. I have come to understand the importance of having the opportunity to start anew in terms of being unmade. This recurring cycle is deeply troubling, as it forces good-hearted individuals to bear the burden of evil, ultimately transforming them into malevolent beings. The concept of true freedom of choice becomes obscured in such circumstances. I have played a role in dispelling this obscurity, revealing that when one is compelled to choose between two evils in desperate situations, it cannot be considered a genuine exercise of free will. Furthermore, it is crucial to acknowledge the reality of mental illness, as it can perpetuate further mental distress. The words I have just penned serve as a glimpse into the future, illustrating that what may lie ahead if I were to undergo this process of transformation. Despite my apprehension, I am driven to pursue this path. However, I am wary of the potential misuse of my power, as it holds the ability to reshape not only myself, but also the spirits around me. I find myself daunted by this responsibility, yet strangely exhilarated. And suddenly, a significant moment unfolds before me as a small radiant sphere materializes containing Amanda and the embodiment of death itself, the Grim Reaper. The sphere emanates a pink hue, symbolizing love and the presence of rose quartz. The elemental beings bear witness to this extraordinary event. I can sense myself gently detaching from every corner of the world, only to reform once more, complete and fulfilled. Emotions overwhelm me, for I never wish to experience the depths of despair I once endured, nor do I ever desire to succumb to evil again. I feel so good because I feel so loved. This feeling of being loved is overwhelming. It hurts my heart because it's a feeling I forgot, and it makes me cry to remember that I too am a child of love. No one should ever have to endure the torment I have faced and imposed, as the manipulation of gaslighting, amnesia, and the dense 3D world can truly be treacherous and dangerous. And for what it's worth, it really doesn't have to be. I cannot recall the details, although I recall an overwhelming sensation of thankfulness. Anyone who has shown me kindness, thank you. I bawl, thank you. I am now remade. I am feeling wonderful. But suddenly I am filled with worry. Despite feeling great, I am concerned about the people I have hurt and where they might be in their journey. Moreover, how my actions against them have negatively impacted their lives, thoughts, opinions, feelings, and choices.